Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Handmade by Gardina, and today I'm showing you my design team project with Cara Brandon Creations Farmhouse Digital Kit. It has 64 pages. It's 8.5 inches long, 6 3/4 inches wide, has a Tyvek spine with gingham ribbon along the spine inside and out, and it has a twine closure, and the front is it's made out of file folder, and then it has her digitals on the front and the back. The back is the rooster and the wheelbarrow and the sunflower and the windmill, and then there's the gingham, 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I wanted the barn here. And I have a sunflower here with some twine under it. A little small piece of ephemera here that has packet seeds here with a milk bottle and some coffee dyed. Oh my goodness, why can I never think of what that is? Some coffee dyed you all know what that is. Fabric that you drain things through. I can't ever think of that. I'm so sorry. Watch. I'll get halfway through the video and it'll come to me. So, I have put twine for the closure and put the grommets on both sides and tied them in. And here's the gingham ribbon on the inside. And I put the roosters here on each side, and I sewed around it in just in a stitch, and I have a pocket here with the floral on one of the things. And this is one of the tags. I put a sunflower on top of the sunflower to make it more 3D with some black gingham. Put one of her roosters there and a milk cat there. And here is one of the things that I got off the computer, Successful Farming from 1925. And here's one of Cara Brandon's journaling cards. I put a whale-tail tab on it, and then here is my cross with the stacked animals and the windmill on the back. This book belongs to. So there's my signature piece there. Here, I love this. This is what's on the back. So what's on the back, I started with the front, the chicken in the wheelbarrow, and the sunflower and the windmill. So this is the Farmhouse digital. And this is one of the backing pages, and I had a little chicken stamp, and I stamped the chickens all the way across. This was one of the postcards of Cara's Friday freebies. Put some twine on it. This is where I did the wax seal, and that's a dried flower in it with one of Cara's labels. This is one of Cara's tags that I put a whale-tail tab on the top. This is one of her postcards with some of her ephemera on it and some little blue gingham. And you can journal on the back. And this is a book that my husband used to have out on the farm, and it's a farm family record book. And no one had ever wrote in it, but you just keep your records about your crops, your cattle, and all of that, to sort of like help with your taxes and all that, because it's got like your real estate, your livestock, machinery and equipment, other personal property like crops held for sale, growing crops, feed and supplies, auto, household goods, cash on hand, bonds and investments, accounts owed versus collectible, total other personal property. And this has livestock held for sale, dairy cows, beef cows, other cattle, broad sows and gilts, other hogs, ewes, other sheep, and poultry. Machinery and equipment, trucks, tractors, major items of equipment. Real estate, farm, other real estate. Acres, value. Liens on real estate, liens on chattels and crops. Total liens, taxes due, and all that. So, and then here it has acres, yield per acre, farm use, held for sale, sold, cash income, your production and sales. So I just thought that was neat, and I put a bunch of that in there. This is the pear and sunflower background from the Farmhouse kit. And this is the lettuce and tomatoes and flowers and butterflies from the kit. This is some green dyed paper. And on this side I stamped a little cow on it. A heifer is actually what they're called. And here was a small journaling card from Cara Brandon, and I put one of her Friday freebie tags on it with a whale-tail tab, and put it on the top, and one of her journaling cards with all of the farm equipment on there. And here I also stole this from my husband's stash, and it is farm equipment. It's different. This is disc mower conditioners, and then on this side, I think these are tedders. Yeah, they're tedders. Different kinds of tedders. Here we have the stacked animals and the windmill. And this is the background paper with the chickens. This is tea-dyed paper. This is another page that was in my husband's book, and it's just cattle that it was advertising alfalfa hay. So this is alfalfa with cows eating and the sun's going down out in the pasture. And here's the other side, and I did just a collage with her label hybrid or crossbreed plant little ephemera here, the stacked animals here, and I still can't think of what this is called. And I have some that it's not coffee dyed, but my husband uses it to when he makes his chicken broth, he uses it to put his chicken broth through it. And I don't know why I can't think of what it's called right now. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind. This is Cara's pocket, and I put the raised sunflower that I received in Happy Mail in the middle of it, and put the tag with a whale tail on it, and another successful farmer in it. And it's the teal background page. Here is one of the roosters that's like on the front, tea-dyed paper. This is another one of the printables with the fancy roosters that has the hair that looks like it has the big hairdo that just goes everywhere. My brother knows the name of those because he has some. And they're a beautiful bird once you see them. They're very, very pretty. Okay, this is the background paper with the chickens. This is from a 1950s veterinarian book that my husband's grandmother had that I used. So here is a set of twins that a heifer had. And normally, whenever on my husband's farm, whenever a heifer, she would have a set of twins, he would take one away from her because it was so hard on him to feed both of them. And if one of his mama cows had just lost one, he would see if she would take it. But if she wouldn't, and if he didn't have one that had lost one, then he would have to bottle feed it. And there is nothing that is so much fun than bottle feeding a baby calf. And your bottle is about this long, and it has a nipple on it that's about this long, and it's just so much fun. Once you do it, it's just awesome. You can't describe of bottle feeding a baby calf. It's just so much fun. This is a book that was about horses. It says a horse drinks about 10 gallons of water per day. And you should feed them a different variety of corn and barley and all of that. And this talks about hoof care and saddle and head collar and all that. And this is Tim Holtz fabric that I just made the flip with on tea-dye paper. This is the pear and sunflower background paper. This is the collage. And this is another book that my husband had. And this is for registered cattle. Because when you have registered cattle, you have to do their weight when they're born, and you have to do all these statistics on them. So when you do registered cattle, you have to keep a very close record on them. You have to do their weight ever so often. You have to make sure that they get their shots and write down what kind of shots you give them, the brand, and all of that. Registered cattle are a lot of work. I mean, they're a lot higher, and you make a lot more money with registered cattle, but they are a lot of work. So normally what my husband would do is his heifers weren't registered, but his bulls were registered. So, because he always said that you have to have a good bull. But you can't have a bull that has too big of a birth weight, because if they have too big of a birth weight, then you end up having to pull too many calves. And pulling a calf means that the mother calf or the mother cow cannot have the calf on her own, and that means that you have to help her. So this sounds really gross, but you have to stick your hands, and it's almost all the way up to your armpits, down inside of her, and grab hold of the legs of the calf. And my husband had this contraption, and it was a chain that you took down in there and wrapped around the leg of the calf, which it sounds like it would hurt it, but it didn't. I helped him do it a lot of times. And 90% of the time, you save the calf. I mean, there's times that you don't. It just depends on a lot of times it depends on how quick you get to the calf. A lot of times it depends on how big the calf is, because sometimes it's just too big for the calf, and it causes problems for the mother to pass it, and it does damage to her, and then she is ruined. I'm not going to go into all that gory and gruesome detail, but yeah. And it's an awesome sight to see a calf born when you have, even if you have to pull it, because, and even when they're born, naturally, they hit the ground, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to break every bone in their body. But that sort of like gets them the jump start, I guess, to get their lungs and stuff working and all that. And then the mama calf cleans it all up and everything, and gets all of the junk and everything off of it. That's what I'm going to call it. All of you ladies know what it's all called and everything. Gets all the junk and everything off of it, and then it's like couple hours later, it is up and walking, and the next day it is up and running and jumping, and they are so cute. Baby calves are so cute. I love them. So that's what this is a record for registered cattle, and it's the same thing. And this is from the 1950s veterinarian book, and it's just a flock of chickens. This is a fabric flip with Cara's digital here, and on this one I have some real pretty blue flowers. And both of these fabrics are from Italy, from Rachel at Roxy Creations. And this just reminded me of just a little farm scenery here, that these two are just enjoying some time off at the farm here, so that's why I used it. This is the vegetable background of Cara's page. This is one of her pockets with one of her labels. I put one of the sunflowers. This is her tag with a milk bottle and a butterfly with some black and white gingham. That is the record book of farm expenses for your taxes. This is the orange background that has like the numbers and all of that on it. It's like a peachy color. Here's the barn, like that's in the front, and it says the most memorable days end with the dirtiest clothes. And when I showed you all this kit, I told you all about farmers do get dirty, and I left these dangling for whomever gets this. They can do with whatever they like. They can put dangles on it or just tie it up, or whichever they would like to do. And there's the other side of all the numbers on the peach paper. There's the more of the farm operating tax papers. Okay, here is a layout of someone's farm, and like this is pasture 1, pasture 2, pasture 3, pasture 4. This is a lake that's 25 acres. They're saying in pastures 1 and 2 approximately 50 cows. Pasture 4 approximately 40 cows. So I just got that out of a book, and then I have a large journaling card with the rooster and the wheelbarrow on this side, and then the collage on this side with a whale-tail tab. So that's what I put on that. There's the flowers at the bottom. Here is a sow feeding her piglets with a little bit of gingham on the side. And see, this is the calf. This is the record for the registered cattle. And here is an envelope that was a Friday freebie for Cara that has the corn on it. And inside I have the rooster tag on it, with just a little collage of some black and white gingham, a milk cap, and one of her labels there. And I just have it paper clipped here at the top. Tea-dyed paper here. Here I put, this was Cara's tag, put a black whale-tail tab, and I have a cow and a pig and a chicken stamp, so I just did my own stacked animal there. And here was one of her journaling cards, and I have this old truck stamp, and I stamped it on here with the Farmhouse tag or journaling card, and I love that truck. I think it is so cute. And here's the stacked animals. Here is an old farmer that's plowing his field with his horses. And they look like Belgian horses by the looks of their feet, because Belgian horses has huge feet and they have hair that comes over them. looks like this one is, and this one here, yeah, that they sort of, their feet looks like Belgium. They don't look that big in the picture though, so, but it came from the 1950s veterinarian book. Some tea-dyed paper, and this is from the Farmhouse kit. This is one of Cara's pockets, and I stamped a little chicken on it with some pink and white gingham, her little seed packet ephemera with a little sunflower there, and I have a successful farm in here and her stacked animals here with some yellow and white gingham on that. And there's the other part of the alfalfa, them advertising the alfalfa hay with the cow out in the pasture field. And here I have the layered tag of Cara's. Has the 3 different pockets, and then I left it open to make it a side tuck. So this is a tag that I received in Happy Mail that has a little pocket here. So I put one of Cara's little things about mason jars here, one of her sunflowers here, and this was already here. So I had put this little sunflower tag here and put it in the top pocket, and then I stamped one of the pigs here, and this one went in here, and then this one went here in the side. Okay, some tea-dyed paper, the backing paper. I heard of sheep in the 1950s veterinarian book. The old barnwood from the digital Farmhouse. And this is just the coon equipment again. It's just talking about some mixers, delivery boxes, an auger. There's an auger, and it just helps pour feed is what it does. And I have a gingham ruffle through here, and this talks about spreaders here. And here I did is the green dyed paper, and I did some stamping through here to make it sort of look like a field. And so I think it sort of makes it look like you're out in a field, and did it in different lengths or different heights. And here are the vegetables of the Farmhouse Journal Kit. Here's the pears and the sunflowers, and this is from the tax paper from the Farmhouse. And this is the same thing, it was blank. And here I just paper clipped on some of the tags. This was the butterfly one, and I got this from Rachel at Roxy Creations, and she had just stamped on this flower on this fabric, so I glued it on here with the Welltail tab. And here is one of Cara's tags, also with the windmill, and I put a sunflower and a butterfly and an octagon tab at the top, and I just paper clipped them to the side. And this is my handmade by stamp, and on the back I have, here's the roosters, and I took the flower paper and put successful farmer journaling card, her vegetable journaling card, and put a Welltail tab at the top. Took her stacked animals tag and put a Welltail tab at the top. And we're to the end. So that is my journal and design team project for the month of June for Cara Brandon. And I love this digital kit, but I have to say that I used to love working on the farm with my husband, and there's days that I miss it, and there's days that I don't, like in the cold, in the rain, or when stuff tears up on you. But yeah, I do miss it. So I hope you all like my journal. I will put in the description box where you can go to Cara's Etsy shop and get this digital kit. This is a beautiful digital kit. I love this kit. And I plan on in the future to probably make more things with this, because I just love this kit. And I will also put in the description box a discount code for you to get 30% off that Cara has given all of the design team members. So get on, look at the description box and get the code for that, for you to get 30% off on her Etsy shop. And go to Cara's Facebook page and get the names of all of her other design team members and look and see how they did this kit. And look at their ideas and see how Cara did this kit. It's a beautiful kit. So I would like to thank all of my subscribers, all my new subscribers, all my current subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I thank each and every one of you all. Without you, I wouldn't have a channel. I'm just excited to have you all. I'm 100 and some away from reaching 500 subscribers, so I'm getting excited about that. And remember to do your happiness each day. Smile for yourself, smile for others, pass along those smiles, so hopefully those people will smile for others and keep passing it along the world. And enjoy your summer or your winter, wherever you may be. Do something fun for yourself, or do something new that you haven't ever done before, that you want to do that you've never done before. Do something that's on your bucket list that you want to do before the summer is up. That's one of my challenges to you, is do something that you've always wanted to do. So you all have a good day. Be safe, be healthy, smile, pass along your smiles, do something new, do something fun, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.